info. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Info. Wait a minute. 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 Info. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's the info man and the Lion's Den. It's the info man and the Lion's Den. It's the info man and the Lion's Den. It's the info.
It's blessings and love, family.
It's the info man. Yup. It's the Lion's Den. Yup. You can't fuck with us. No. So stop trying. It's the info man. Yup. It's the Lion's Den. Yup. You can't fuck with us. No. So stop trying. Still heavyweight. So they try to infiltrate with hate. Knock my mill up off my plate, but we do not take the bait. Don't hesitate. When it's time to do it, we still do they bullshit like our steering fluid. Wait a minute, Lion's Den. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Lion's Den. Wait a minute. It's the info man.
It's blessings and love, family. It's blessings and love, family.
You can't fuck with Lion info team. Raise your ass about those numbers. This ain't no dream. You can't fuck with Lion info team. Raise your ass about those. It's the info. It's the info. Whatever you want to know, come join the info show. It's the info. It's the info. Whatever you want to know, come join the info show. It's the info. It's the info. Whatever you want to know, come join the info show. It's the info. We got the info. Whatever you want to know, come join the info show. It's the info, man. You can call them information info, man. Kicking knowledge.
All right, everybody. I want to say to everybody, thank you for being here. As you know, we got Brother Ben X with us tonight. This is a great brother, intelligent brother. As I've said before, the brother means nothing but well for his people, his family. Okay, now I'm going to say this publicly. I don't care how anybody feels about it. I am a supporter of the Nation of Islam and Brother Farrakhan. Louis, the minister, Honorable Louis Farrakhan. I've been watching him since I was very young, 49 years old right now, and I love what the nation is about. I have seen firsthand growing up in the Fillmore area of the San Francisco area, got family in Baltimore, and I've seen the good works of the Nation of Islam. So this ain't going to be no hating tonight, because I'm going to come on here, ask Brother Ben X how this organization, this great organization, this great way of life, you can call it a religion, whatever, but we know that Islam is about a way of life, not just a religion. It's about a way of life, how you carry yourself, treat people, how you think, how you connect to the universe. And I've talked to you all about melanin a week ago, dark matter. We are dark matter people from the universe. And so I'm going to introduce the brother, but I got to play this because I'm going to give some credit to Brother Gab Talk Media, because I heard him play this on one of his videos one time. And I loved what I was hearing from Brother Farrakhan in this clip. But as you know, we got to say peace, blessings, and love, family, once more.
It's blessings and love, family.
And here's the main man right here.
Say very candidly to my enemies, it is written in the Holy Quran, they plan and Allah plans, and Allah indeed is the best of planners.
Yes, he is absolutely right. Is the best of Allah is the best of planners. With that said, I want to introduce, let me go right, before I do this, Lion's Den, can you go right ahead and give some love to folks in the chat room before I bring Brother Ben X on and give him the proper introduction? Can you go ahead and get some love to folks in the chat room? I know people will be coming in slowly. There's a lot going on YouTube tonight. Go right ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Tony Williams, Dallas Slade, Art New Style, Gigi Giggles, The Real Aaron Collins, Mel Matic 1, Moses Jenkins, Malcolm Flex TV, Shelly Shells, Gab Talk Media, Bon Bon, Nama Buckner, Brother Rob, and Andre Toppins Jr., LA City, and basically that is it for right now, info.
Well, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Andre Toppins Jr. Brother, where you been? I hope who I'm also looking forward to seeing come up tonight is Brother Maurice Muhammad. I'm dearly hoping that he shows up tonight, and Brother George Makem and everyone. But let me stop right there and just say to everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. Make sure you share this video tonight through your social media and everyone. I'm going to go ahead and introduce, and I say to the young brother, an honorable brother, a very important brother for us, a brother who you know that YouTube has played their tricks with, trying to cut the message down, trying to silence the message that this young brother puts out so gracefully, so powerfully on his channel. I want to say it's the brother, the one and only Brother Ben X. Brother Ben X, welcome.
What's going on? Let me first, because I got my camera in the background. Man, thank you for having me on the show. Because you didn't have to support me. You didn't have to bring me on the show in the midst of my channel being taken down. You could have used this opportunity to talk bad about me like I've seen some people do just because they see people making videos about it. So I appreciate you as an elder. I'm not saying that you are old, but you are older than me. I try to practice respecting my elders, as long as they don't disrespect me and the minister. You know, so I just appreciate you offering me, you know, your spot on the platform or a spot on the platform. And thank you for having me.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I feel honored because I've been wanting to talk to you and connect with you ever since I laid eyes on you on the YouTube. And I was watching a lot of your videos and what you were about. And I've always had a respect for the Nation of Islam because I've watched what they did in one of the communities that I lived in the Fillmore area of San Francisco. I've had a chance to watch firsthand, and I've always respected what you brothers are about. Okay, how you carry yourself, suited and booted. Okay, now people over the years make fun of the bow ties, all that kind of stuff. No, man, you brothers are clean, you're smooth, and you command respect. Every time I've ever seen the fruits of Islam, they command respect. You brothers carry yourself a certain way. When I lived in Oakland, everybody respected the brothers. Okay, we did not cross bad paths with brothers from the Nation. So I really appreciate you being on here. When I talked to O'Shea, I asked O'Shea if he could connect with you ever since we were on a panel together, because I've been wanting to talk to you, get you on the show, pick your brain a little bit, because I'm very taken back by your wisdom, how you speak, just your strong belief. I see in you is that you are committed and you are loyal. I hear a lot of YouTube talking about you brainwashed, following Farrakhan, manipulating you. I mean, I heard people on YouTube talk about Farrakhan. I mean, Farrakhan is the reason why your channel got snatched, that you and Farrakhan don't get along, you're not in the inner circle. I mean, just a lot of talk that's not based in any types of facts, brother. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And we already got, I don't know if you're familiar with Sister Lisa Carbero. You got people running around talking about she's not really black because they were listening to a mayonnaise man who is a known mayonnaise man who's a racist. He puts out negative information about about the Nation, about black people. And now he came out crying like a little baby, talking about, I made it all up. And he used a screen editor, which I could see that. And I'm saying to myself, the first thing I learned when I was in college, the best class I took was critical thinking. Critical thinking means looking at things from both sides, analyze it, evaluate before you run out there and start talking. And the first thing you got to analyze is that the mayonnaise man has a history of having a forked tongue. I think the native people, native Indians, whatever we call them, you know, they call them Indians because they thought they was in India, and that's false. But they said that he speaks with a forked tongue. So if you know that they have a history of speaking false tongue, lying and trying to divide and conquer us, why would you listen to one of these?
Brother Lines in? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Brother Ben X. We had some technical difficulties. Information Man will be back shortly. Apologize for that. So what do you think about what Information Man just said about what's going on YouTube, especially when it comes to the Alicia Cabrera's situation?
I can't really speak intelligently on that because I don't know much about it. Maybe after I check it out, I'll be able to give a good answer, but this is actually my first time hearing about it.
Oh, okay. Since Information Man will be back shortly, I guess because we have some technical difficulties, I am going to ask you some questions here that I made up. The first question I want to ask you is, Brother Ben X, when do you decide to become a Muslim?
I accepted the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in 2014. So I've only been in the Nation of Islam about 3 years, a little over 3 years. And it was in 2014, I spoke at, well, my study group coordinator spoke at my school about the role of the male and the female. And I asked him to become my mentor. And as he became my mentor, I seen the actual works that he was doing. None of his children went to the public school. They was all homeschooled. They was all smart. They was already tutoring people at the age of like 16, 17. The brother had his own school, got his own restaurant. So the brother was showing the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And so, you know, with just him being my mentor, I began to learn a lot from the study groups. And then I, of course, was looking at Muhammad Ali interviews when he was in the nation and looking at the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan break down a lot of questions that I had as a young brother. And that's pretty much what, you know, pushed me to join the Nation of Islam.
Okay, cool. Second question I would like to ask, because I know that I've been following you myself for a long, long time. The second question I would like to say is, how does it feel to meet the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for the first time?
Oh man, it feels amazing, man. A student always would like to meet his, you know, meet his teacher and make the teacher proud. So just seeing a man who has been fighting for us over 60 years, it's just amazing, man, to just see him, to know that he, you know, knows the work that I'm doing, and to just shake the hand of the man that saved my life. And when I say save my life, you know what I mean? A lot of people think that mean I was in the streets and doing something bad, but I didn't have the knowledge of self, and I didn't really have the reality of God that I know now. Not that I know everything and I got it all figured out, but the level of consciousness that I am now, I didn't have that before I met the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So to meet the man that saved my life and thousands of other people, it's just like an honor. It was amazing. I can't even really describe it.
Okay. I'm actually back. How can I say this? All of a sudden, my internet started tripping. I find it not a coincidence that the minute I'm talking about this, talking what I said and have you on here, now some weird stuff starts to happen. It's not a coincidence, folks. But go ahead, Lions Den. You're doing a great job, brother. Go ahead with the questions and until I can get myself settled in here.
Okay, no problem. Brother Ben X, did the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan inspire you to become a YouTuber?
No, I was already a YouTuber in 2010. When I came into the Nation of Islam, the teachings just gave me something to actually talk about. I used to do skits back in the day, and I was an All-American basketball player back in the day as well. So before I came into the Nation of Islam, my channel was basically just my basketball highlights and, you know, some of the skits and things that I was doing. When I came into the teachers now, I was able to actually teach people. I was actually able to integrate news and give guidance with it from the minister. So he didn't inspire me to do what I'm doing. Well, he didn't inspire me to be a YouTuber, but he did inspire the work that y'all seen me do on YouTube.
Excellent. And I understand that the biggest question, because the other question I would like to ask as well, that what's going on with the youth, for example, what happened to the youth that's involved in reality shows, and what can we do to help them focus on the situation within the Black community?
Now you speaking specifically for people that's watching reality shows or that are in reality shows?
That are watching reality shows.
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of look at it as the scripture. You know, when Jesus saw Peter was what? He was just a fisherman, right? Or he was a fisher, you know. Well, when Jesus saw him, he said, I want to make you a fisher of men. So now he wanted to make him a fisherman of men. And what I got out of that is that a lot of times in our communities, we want to go to the youth from our understanding. We never really care about what they're thinking. We never really care about what's fun to them. We never really care about what's important to them. So there's a quote that says the youth don't care how much you know, they just want to know how much you care. So when I got out of the story, when it talks about Jesus really just made what he was already doing, he was fishing, then he made him a fisherman. To me, that means go find out what these young brothers like. And if you find out what these young brothers like, all you got to do is enlighten them, develop them, and then they'll end up, you know, they'll become conscious. So for those brothers and sisters who rap, you don't have to condemn them because they rapping. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said one rap song is worth more than 100 sermons. Well, why is that? Because when I'm in the car, I may remember a whole Cardi B song. And it's not that I'm trying to remember it on purpose. It's because it's being fed into my subconscious mind. Now 3 or 4 weeks go down the line, I'm singing the whole song, not knowing, dang, I ain't even consciously try to remember this. And so they can remember those lyrics. But if you ask them, what did the minister say last Sunday? What did your pastor say last Sunday? What did you learn at school yesterday? They're going to say, I don't know. I don't even remember. So we have to begin to educate them based on what they already like to do, though. Like for me, I love business. Even at school, you know, my mom used to go get those big boxes of candy and honey buns and hot Cheetos, and you got them in the big bulk. But I'm selling everything for $1, so I was into business. With his brother, he was into business. He had his own business, had his own school. So when he became my mentor, that was the attracting power. Too often we go to them with a condemnation type of tone, and then they're going to reject that because they already feel like a lot of the elders have failed them. So now when you coming down to judge me, I don't want to hear none of that. So I said in one of my lectures, we always talking about how the youth are sagging and how they got their pants down. Well, I said, if you pour their minds up, maybe their pants will come up with it. And an example of that is when I came to the study group, or when I invited a brother to the study group, he was sagging and he did have his hat switched to the back. But when he came into our environment and everybody had a suit and bow tie on, and if we didn't have a suit and bow tie on, we was dressed casual. The sisters was covering up. We said, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. We said, yes, sir. No, sir. When the brother came in and saw that, he pulled his pants up. Nobody even told him to. He took his hat off. Nobody even told him to. So that was proof for me of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. You never have to condemn a dirty glass. Just put a clean one next to it. And too many people don't have a clean glass next to them to even know the right thing to do.
Lions, then you asking some excellent questions, brother. I want to apologize. Like I said before, all of a sudden something started going weird when I was speaking. But let me just say this: if from what you heard me say earlier about people are so quick to condemn, you know, we're so quick to condemn each other, and we're even willing to listen to the enemy try to drag us down. What are your thoughts about that? You see some of the things that sometimes happen on YouTube. You've had people criticize you, point their finger at you, and they seem to always want to use the minister, Honorable Louis Farrakhan, as a way to create a wedge between you and him by saying, well, you know, he did this or said this these many years ago. So that means that's how you are, brother. But, you know, they try to cause this divide and conquer sometimes. What are your thoughts?
Misery loves company. A lot of these channels who are talking like that, when you examine their channels, they're doing it to everybody. And they really want to see which one is going to bite. And so what I think about that is a lot of times what I've noticed is a lot of people who condemn and talk down about somebody else, that's really a reflection of themselves. So how can I expect you to talk good about Brother Ben X and you don't talk good about yourself? How can I expect you to get on YouTube and say an inspiring word to little brother Ben X, but every time you get up in the morning, you doubting yourself? So that is, to me, a reflection of, I don't always look at it as they're talking about me, because people, I mean, I've had people say I'm an agent, you know, we working for the FBI, I'm a Freemason. Man, if I was a Freemason, I'd be the worst member ever. I don't know the rules. I don't know what the building look like, none of that. But a lot of time what I'm noticing is people are just saying different things to either get attention, or it makes them feel good to attempt to make somebody else feel bad. And I feel sorry for them, actually, because what they're doing is they're coping. They're not healing. They're not really dealing with self, which is why I love how the minister says self-improvement is the basis of community development. And how we treat each other and how we talk to each other is most of the time how we're talking to ourselves on the inside. So Brother Nuri said, when you look at the word brother, you got the word other in there. So when you're talking to your brother, you're talking to your other self. So if I look in the mirror and all I see is a nigga, when I look at you, I'm going to treat you like a nigga, because that's how I see myself. But if I begin to see myself as a God, when I began to see myself as a king, I know we love to say it, but what is the self-image in my subconscious mind? Because I can say I'm a God all day long, but then as soon as something happened in my life, you will see if I really think I'm a God or not. And so that's what I believe, or that's my thoughts on that whole, you know, situation. A lot of us, man, we miserable, man. And a lot of people we feed off of this gossip and drama. And with YouTube, we know that being positive not gonna get you too many views. You know, the gossip, the back and forth, the talking about somebody, that's gonna get you a lot of views. And I believe a lot of people are still talking about the minister about what something 50 years ago is because they want to throw off the accountability. What is that from 50 years ago got to do with what he asking you to do right now? I looked at the brothers who old, 50 years old, 40 years old, talk about the minister when it comes to the Million Man March. Oh, nothing changed. Now I know something have changed, because I've heard brothers say that changed their life. But let's say that didn't happen. At the end of the Million Man March, the minister said, all of the men raise your hand and make a pledge. Say your name, pledge. I'm going to go back and be a good father. I never call my woman to be. I'm going to go back and build hospitals. I'm going to go back and build businesses. Well, if that's what 1 million men said in 1995, don't blame the minister. Blame all of y'all who was there as well, because y'all made a pledge that y'all was going to do something when y'all leave. And I believe a lot of us are spooky, man. We think one man gonna come up and just stop all the killing, stop all the robbing, like he gonna say some magical speech and everything gonna change. No, it's gonna take every single one of us accepting the message, not accepting a belief, not accepting a religion, but accepting what we can come together on common grounds, and we all have to put the work in. So I believe a lot of people, man, just talk about the minister to throw off accountability.
Let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to play something for you that's going to be a reminder. I was probably in college. The Million Man March was an incredible experience for me. Let me tell you something. The minister told us, he gave us the blueprint for what it was, and what we need to do as men. Accountability is the person that you look at in the mirror when you wake up. So if people are saying that nothing has changed because you haven't done anything to make change. You are the person that you're looking for to make that change. So if I didn't do or try to attempt to do any of the things that the minister talked about those years ago up to now, then I can't sit up here and say that the Nation of Islam ain't doing nothing and Brother Farrakhan is not doing anything. That's false talk. And I'm going to tell you why. This was the message that he said, and you know it well. And this is the message that everybody listening needs to get in their brain and start living up to it. Here we go.
Say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will strive to love my brother as I love myself. I say your name. From this day forward, will strive to improve myself spiritually, morally, mentally, socially, politically, and economically, for the benefit of myself, my family, I say your name. Pledge that I will strive to build business, build houses, build hospitals, build factories, and enter into international trade for the good of myself, my family, and my people. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will never raise my hand with a knife or a gun to beat, cut, or shoot any member of my family or any human being except in self-defense. I say your name. Pledge from this day forward, I will never abuse my wife by striking her, disrespecting her. For she is the mother of my children and the producer of my future. I say your name. Pledge that from this day forward, I will never engage in the abuse of children, little boys or little girls, for sexual gratification.
I'm going to stop it right there, Brother Ben X. This is my point that I'm trying to, what we're making. The key words that the minister stated was very clear. He said, I say your name. I, from this day forward, will treat my women, will stop drinking alcohol. I will build black businesses. The bottom line is he put the accountability on us as a community to do that what is necessary. So it wasn't Farrakhan will do this. It was you, black man, you, black family. You've got to be the one to be accountable and stand up, because that's what the nation is about: standing up, upright, and being accountable for one's actions, and not relying on others to do for you that what you could do for yourself. Am I saying anything that makes sense to you, Brother Ben X?
Yes, sir. You on point.
So, given what you heard, you know, and your experience around the, what are your thoughts? What is it? Where are we at? Now, I've been on some panels where brothers will say that the black community is in the condition that it's in because black women are not doing the best and choosing the best sort of men in their life, and that's causing young males, black boys in particular, young men, I don't like the word boy because you know where that comes from, to be sort of these beta males or these simps or what have you, that we're growing up worshiping a matriarch instead of a patriarch. And I was listening to, I know you heard me say this brother Farrell says that, who said he lived through these years. And he said one of the main things that he believes that broke up and impacted the black family was the fact that so many black men went to the war, to Vietnam. They died in Vietnam. They came back from being on drugs. He believed from his experience that it was drugs and alcohol and the black men going off to war, being killed in these wars, never to come back home. And when they came back home, a lot of them lost their minds, that it was the social system of this country, because we know that the social workers, the social services of this country would go into the household and try to eliminate the man from the household when the woman had to account for her children and the welfare system. But his point of view is that it wasn't just the welfare system, that there were other factors that play into the black community being in some of these conditions that we may find ourselves in today. What are your thoughts? I know I said a mouthful there, but what are your thoughts, brother?
Well, like the elder said, he went through it from experience. So, I mean, I'm going to come back off what he said. You know what I mean? The drugs, going to the war, and also I add going to prison. I believe a lot of people lost their fathers that way through the trap of thinking that the drugs is the only way out, or they wasn't able to get a job because they was black and things of that nature. And so when you go to jail, today, I don't know what y'all call it out there. We call it the trap house. And a lot of our brothers are in just that, the trap house. Whenever you have a mouse in your house, most of the time you get a trap and you put what in it? You put cheese in it. And that's what is in our trap right now. I gotta get some money. And so when you get in the money, or when you get the drugs, or when you get the guns, things of that nature, you already got an enemy that's waiting on you to take that cheddar, take that cheese, and do what you already doing. And then when they take you to prison, and you get your life right and you get your mind right, now the same company, the Fortune 500 company that you was getting paid 45 cents a day for, now when you come try to fill out an application, you can't get that same job because of your record. And so now what about when you have children? What about when you just want to be a man, and naturally as a man with testosterone, you want to rule, you want to have power and dominion? But now, hell, I got to go get some money. I'm going to go back to what I know. Now I'm headed back to the streets. Now you're finna get caught again. So I believe that's a lot about what's going on, because as I'm doing my, work in the streets, I have something called Brother Being in the Hood. One time I went to Atlantic City. Maybe y'all saw the video because I posted it. That was a brother at nighttime said, man, this is all I know. My mother did it. My father did it. My brother did it. And everybody I'm around, they do it. So this just what I was born into. That's why I'm out here in the streets. And so I believe that's what really destroyed the family. You know what I mean? I believe, a lot of people that say it's the women, I believe it's both sides. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, every no good woman was made their way by a no good man. But then he also came back and said, well, there are no decent women, there'll be no decent men. So it's a war on two fronts. The man got to get it together, and the woman got to get it together. So for those who say it's the woman's fault because the man they choosing, well, hell, what about if the man that they choosing just get their life right? Then any one of them that they choose gonna be a good one, or have a potential to change and be a better man. So I think it's just, it's several things. I believe, we got stuff that goes on that we can't see, like carbon monoxide. So I just think it's a whole bunch of things, and we just have to figure out which one is hurting us the most and tackle it. Because it's like you going to the hospital. If I get shot in my leg, I may have a toothache, but man, you got to fix this leg because I may bleed to death. So we just got to figure out which one is hurting us the most right now, tackle that one, and then move on to the next one.
Let me say something to you, brother. You just hit it on the dime, because that was the next thing that he also said. He said that the prison system, black men being incarcerated, also played a contributing factor in impacting the black community. But what he also said when he was growing up is that he said, if you go to a lot of these jail, and I know this firsthand, you go to a lot of these jail houses, these prisons, or these county jails, you will see them filled up with a lot of black men, where you have black women bringing their children to visit the father in the county jail or in the prison system. Now, I know this to be a fact because I don't know if you know this, brother. I've worked in the prison system in the state of California for over 16 years. I worked in mental health. I deal with brothers in the prison system firsthand, close up and personal. I deal with all the gangs that you can think of, up close and personal. And most of the brothers, I do groups with the brothers, so I'm trying to always empower them, give them empowering literature, anything that can empower them, and also encourage them when they get out of prison not to return. These are the options and opportunities you may have when you leave. Because I have a video that I'm going to be coming out with talking about jobs that are felon friendly. Of course, you want to promote being an entrepreneur. And in California, a lot of brothers are learning how to code at San Quentin prison right now. So they'll come out and be able to employ themselves. So most of the most important thing that most of these brothers tell me, Brother Ben X, is they say, I made bad choices. I did not have the right proper male role models in my life. The gang became my family. The gang became my father and mother. The gang became everything to me. Had I had the proper male model in my life, role model or proper father in my life, I may not have made these choices if I had someone get to me at the right time, but I was too far gone in the lifestyle that I was living. I didn't get the right message. And do you know, a lot of these brothers that I talk to in the prison system, because I work in a way, I work in a facility where I'm able to see brothers from all the institutions in the state of California that come to us through the mental health system. Do you know, brother, that a lot of these brothers, when they're in there, they speak highly of the minister. They speak highly with respect to what the nation is about. Okay. And they say, man, I wished I would have gotten that knowledge when I was a kid or out in the streets. Or they knew of the nation, but once they got incarcerated, they now say, I made a terrible mistake. Mm. When I talk to brothers that are locked up, that believe in Islam and practice it, and I see how they carry themselves, and they're well respected by other inmates, quote unquote, in the prison system who deal with them with respect, and they carry themselves a certain way. It tells me that whatever the nation is cooking up, whatever Islam is cooking up, okay, whatever my religious differences I may have, there's one thing is certain, that the religion itself, the nation itself, it can clean a man up. You know, it can take that dirty glass, as you brothers say, and turn that glass clean when you are illuminated with the right, I call it dark matter conscious knowledge that you brothers put down. So I'm telling you this from firsthand experience, that you're well respected by brothers that are incarcerated. And I know you know this already, but I'm just telling you from my experience, brother, you're well respected.
Praise be to Allah.
You're doing. And I've had experience getting out there, getting my hands dirty, tutoring, mentoring, working with youth in the community. So I know how important that is, brother. So, but I know I said a mouthful there, but I want to know more. Tell us more about your program. You said you got a program where you work, you're in the community. Tell us more about that program.
Well, of course, the Nation of Islam, we go out with the final call.
Okay.
Hitting the community in that aspect. I do a lot of work on social media because a lot of people have said their lives has been changed through the messages on social media. I now have a 6-week course where I'm talking. The course is actually called I'm Money. And it's not dealing with just economics as far as finances, but I mean that we are a valuable asset. We are the real medium of exchange. And as long as we keep following or chasing after this fiat money, we'll never really become satisfied, because all they're doing is printing it off every day. So in the course, I'm showing us how, look, man, you are valuable. When you look at the God within, the gifts, skills, and talents that you have on the inside, and you give value to the world, that is something that is valuable. Now somebody will be willing to pay for that. Even if you went through something that's wrong, if you've been raped, if you've been molested, you know, be positive. Tell them about that story, because you may help somebody else get over that story. So on the I'm Money course, I'm dealing with the mindset that we have to have. I'm dealing with, we're reading books together, reading how successful people think. And then I'm just helping them understand the value that they have to bring to the world so that we can trade that for income. And one of the things that I talked about is it ain't even got to be necessarily fiat money that'll be your income. It can just be you paying your way forward by the work that you're doing, and people will be willing to take care of you because of the work that you put in. For example, if I go to California, I got a brother I can stay with. If I go to North Carolina, I got a brother I can stay with. If I go to Tampa, I got a brother I can stay with because of the work that I'm doing. I have people that'll be willing to let me stay in their house. I got people that'll be willing to, you know, feed me. I got people that'll be willing to drive me around. And it's not something that's like, oh, they doing this for free. No, it's because you've been able to change their lives based on the value that you're giving out to the people. And in this course, I open it up and I let the children in free. Anybody who was 17 and under, I let them in for free. I posted that on my other page, but of course it got taken down. There was a brother who was on my live stream and he made the video and he was on there saying that he didn't think I was gonna respond. He said, man, this guy got 100,000 followers. He famous. He ain't gonna. Why would you pick me? So he said that made him feel good, and now he's in the course and he's figuring out what he wants to do. And he says we're like a mentor group. So everybody who is under the age of 17 or under, I let them in the group for free, just so they can get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as well. I was also a part of a program called Let It Out with my brother Traylon Curry here in Lancaster, right here in the, it's like a little small town here in Dallas. And we had a program, and I posted these clips as well, where we are pretty much letting the youth let it out. Because oftentimes we telling them the solutions to, and we don't even know what the problems are. We just talking to them. We don't even know what the problems are. So what we do is we allow them to speak to us. We allow them to open up about whatever they're going through. And then we just have a panel of men, or a panel of men and women. And then we just pour into them and give them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And just from our experience, what we've been able to get over. So those are just some of the things that I'm doing, everything that I can think of off the head. There's another thing that I'm doing that's allowing other people to get residual income based on the brand and leveraging my brand. I can't talk about that right now because I have a meeting about that to get everything structured right. But I'm creating an opportunity to where I'm able to leverage my brand and my following, and not necessarily use the people, but I'm allowing them to get a residual income monthly and get what they was able to fund back as well. So I'm just trying to help as many people out as possible on that. My goal with that is to get 5 to 10 people that I'm paying out monthly, at least 6 to about $800 a month, because a lot of people, that's their apartment bill. So I want to be able to pay that out, every month to about 6 to 10 people. And that's pretty much going to be my goal. And of course, you know what I mean? We pushing the teachings online. I had several testimonials that I've shown on my Instagram and Facebook. Brother said he was thinking about jumping off a building. I sent him a video of the minister. The brother said, man, it changed his life. I mean, it's several testimonies, man. So we just pushing the teachers, man, and doing whatever I can based on my gift, skills, and talents to, change the world one mind at a time.
Okay, wait a minute. Because I got to correct something. When you said that the brother was thinking about jumping off of it, he didn't mean that in jest. He really meant he was going to take his life.
Yeah, he was really he said he was really at the end, he didn't know what else to do. And then I sent him the video of the minister, and I gave him a final call, and he said, man, he actually, the brother's doing good now. He got a building down the street, man, doing pretty good now. So that's one testimony that I'm proud of as well.
Okay, let me thank India in the chat room. She says, thank you for the rants. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. I enjoy your content. When I have an opportunity to catch your live stream, Ben X, keep building. So the sister, let me give you a clap, because you're very positive, sister. I see you in here all the time. So let me give you a clap.
It's blessings and love, family.
I mean, like that. This is what I have to say to you, brother. This is what I think Black people, as a people, we got to get away from. I think it's nothing wrong with us building brands for ourselves. I think if you're able to change lives and transform visions into something positive, and at the same time, you're able to create a situation for you where there are some benefits that you gain as well as others gain by doing good works. I don't see anything wrong with that if it's something that's coming natural and you're not scamming people, because we know on YouTube there's a lot of people saying that there's people being scammed by people. So you're not scamming people. If you're not saying, hey, I'm selling this and I never get it, then you scam me. But if I see that you're doing a work with the youth, and I come out of my pocket and say, I want to donate to Brother Ben X. I want to put some money in his super chat. I want to give him I want to send him some money through PayPal, because this brother's doing something. Guess what? You didn't scam me, because you already are showing me what you are about by your actions. And I know in the time that I've had a chance to watch you from afar, to me, you're a consistent brother. which is why I don't understand why people sometimes on these platforms want to hate on people that are doing something positive. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what are you doing? And a lot of times people that criticize you, they're not doing anything. So I want to tell you right now, brother, with all respect to you, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody bring you down. This situation on YouTube was just another way to try to silence your message, shut you down. I believe that my internet start acting fooey because they don't want you putting your message on this platform as well tonight. So keep doing what you're doing. Lions Den, do me a favor, and I want you to ask some more questions, Lions Den. Can you give a little love to folks in the chat room? And if you have any questions for Brother Ben X, definitely ask them. Brother Ben, with all respect to you, brother, how much time do you have for us tonight? Because I do want to ask you a few more questions and get to the nitty gritty of what you believe why YouTube did what they did to you. But how much time do you have for us, brother? I know you have a young one at home.
Man, I got about 30 to 45 minutes.
That's more than enough. Lions Den, can you rip it away in the chat room, brother? I appreciate that.
No problem. I get a shout out to Zachary Lawton, Psychopatheus, Arthur Nusto, that guy from Texas, Marcella Muhammad, Mrs. Legit Part 2, Brandon Williams, India. I'm gonna go Andre Topping Jr. I'm just scrolling up a little bit. Brandon Williams, Reliable. We got a little familiar face in here, Info. You and I both know who this person is. I'm not going to say his name, but we both know who he is. So let me go on. Gigi Giggles. Let's see. Always a Lady. And Malcolm Flex TV. Greatness Forever. Plum Jade. The Real Aaron Collins. And basically that's it right now.
Okay, and I see we got Sister Miss Legit that's in there. Peace to that sister. I had her on a panel one night. She's a pretty dynamic sister. Everybody, thank you for being here. So let me get right back over to Brother Ben X. So I don't think, has anyone ever asked you this question, brother? Maybe they have. Maybe Lions, did you answer your question? But I know you have a question. That's right. Go right ahead.
Okay, Brother Ben X, in the last couple of years, we've been dealing with police shootings and white supremacists across the country. What can we do to avoid tragedies when it comes to the deaths of unarmed Black men and women in this country?
Well, as a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said it's going to keep happening and increasing until we separate and do something for ourselves. I can give you a personal testimonial. I rarely see police, well, not police, but I really see white people just because of my schedule and the way we move. My study group coordinator, Brother Malik Muhammad, said, you know, our goal should be to get a gated community, because in a gated community, the police can't come unless they're called. Well, you may say, what if somebody called? Well, if somebody get into conflict? Well, that's what the FOI is for. That's what having your own security is for. So when anything go down in the community, you don't have somebody coming down with a gun to exercise their power. You have a brother that's coming down out of love that understands you and how we talk when we get angry or when we, you know, hyped up. So I believe we must continue to strive to do for self. We must continue to strive to be self-sufficient and have an ultimate goal of having our own gated community so we can limit our contact with them. A lot of times it's because we are in their community or we somewhere where they are around and they don't like it, or, you know, we may have, you know, spared or something like that. Or we may, you know, maybe doing something illegal sometimes. And because they are who they aren't there to really police the community as they should. They're there to a lot of times provoke us. They say little slick things to get you to resist. They say little slick things to get you aggressive. Now they have the body cam, and now they're gonna say I fear for my life because he got, you know, he resisted my orders and things of that nature. So I think what we need to do is begin to separate and do something for ourselves and strive to get a gated community so that we can limit the contact with them. And when I talk about self-improvement and self-sufficient, I'm saying that because we always talk about police our own community. Now, if I say we're going to be policing our community from 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock tomorrow, that sounds real good. But what about when the brothers got to go to work and they say, hey, man, where you at? Man, I'm at work, man. I can't even, I get off at 8. See what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they want to do things. They got all these great ideas, but they're forgetting that it's going to take people to do it. So that's why we're always talking about self-sufficient. That's why we're always talking about doing for self, not just so we can have $1 trillion. It's so that we can actually implement some of the ideas that we're talking about. If I build a school, cool, I build a school. Now, who going to be the teachers? If I build a school, cool. Now, who going to be the security guard? Who going to be the janitor? Who going to help mobilize and do what needs to be done for the school? So when it comes to policing our community and giving the youth something to actually do, we have to be self-sufficient so we can go down there and even give our young people something to even do. Yeah, they selling drugs. Yeah, we doing some things illegal because they don't have anything else to do. They don't have another opportunity. So now they're doing things that are fun, and we know an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So let me go rob a bank. So what? I ain't got nothing else to do. Let me go rob this corner store. Man, getting this $3,000 gonna be the most money I've ever had. Man, I ain't got nothing else to do. This is how some of us think. But imagine of those who are conscious, if we was able to separate ourselves from these jobs that we have, and then we able to spend time with them and show them, hey, here's another way you can do it, brother. Now I'm giving you something that you can own. Now I'm giving you something that you can build. Now instead of you wasting time on a video game, and then when you get through with the video game, you ain't got nothing to do. So your mind is just going. And we know that we have TV shows telling you what to do. We got movies telling you what to do. You got Hip Hop of Atlanta and all these different reality shows with these fake scripts telling you what you should do. And in the music, they're influencing you to pop Percocets and doing all this and not knowing most of the rappers ain't even doing that themselves. So now us as conscious people, we have to go down there and give them an example, put them to work. You know, that was a brother who was older, and it was surprising because the brother was a little bit older. He said, you know what, brother? When I was younger, I wanted somebody to put me in my place. They wanted the discipline. Like they was acting out for, a lot of people act out for attention. They're not doing it just because they bad. They want attention. They want somebody to say, man, what you doing? Man? They want somebody to show them some love, give them some time. So since you don't want to give me some time out of love, let me do something outrageous. I bet you'll talk to me now. Let me go kill somebody. I bet you pay attention to me now. Let me go do something crazy on Facebook. I bet you pay attention to me now. So I think that's the mindset that we have to have, man. We have to be able to give them more time and give them something to do. Because like I said, man, the youth don't care how much you know. They just want to know how much we care. And one of the things Captain Dennis was talking about, you know, is having a coalition of brothers. Imagine if when anything go down with the police, we can make one phone call and it's going to hit everybody. It's going to hit the nation. It's going to hit the Hebrew Israelites. It's going to hit the Moors. It's going to hit the Christians. And we all going to go down as men, 200 strong, and make sure that police don't do nothing wrong to that brother. See, that's power there. But how can I make this call and I say everybody come out, but you too busy? The same white man you talking about, this same beast you talking about, you can't even leave the job to go do what we say we want to do. So that's why we have to focus on self. And I'm not saying anybody who got a job, that this is not against you. I'm just painting a picture because ain't nothing wrong with having a job because you got to take care of your necessities. I would say let's not make that our end goal. Let's not say we're going to work for the white man for 50 years and I'm retire. No, as my brother Derek Grace would say, infiltrate, educate, then vacate. Go in there and observe his operations. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, observe the white man because he makes no excuses for his failures and he works together in a collective manner. So we ain't got to take everything. So if he mistreating his employee, we ain't got to take that. But let me take this part right here. So when I go build mine, man, my thing gonna be perfect. So that's my response to that question.
Let me ask you this question, Brother Ben X. I have a brother that just came on by the name of Art. He's a very intelligent brother. So this is what we should be doing. I sent out a couple of links because I wanted to get some brothers on to rally around you. What I mean by this is that when one of our own are impacted in the way you were, in the way, I mean, it's a YouTube channel. It wasn't your life that was taken away, but still, it's the message that they're trying to silence. I feel that's the time when Black people should show their most unity with each other, when there's diversity, when there's some strife and something's happening to one of our own. That's when we should rally around each other as a people and say, I support this brother. Bring this brother over here. Let him have a platform to speak over here until we can get his platform rebuilt back up to where it is. See, the problem is that because you've had success on this YouTube, people become, what's one of the things that one of our problems? Black people, one of our problems, the jealous and the envy, our emotions. Why he doing well? I look at it like this. If you're doing well, I'll look at you as a model and say, well, let me see if I can try to inspire to do what that brother is doing, because if he could do it through hard work, I can do it. You know, too often we don't think like that. Too often it's all this, well, he got this and he got that, and I don't have that, so the hell with him. That type of attitude is to the death of us as a people, and it keeps us down. We need to rally around brothers like you, especially us older brothers, and mentor and push you forward, brother, because we're always talking about who's going to be our next leaders, who's going to be the next leaders. Well, brother, you are the leader that we're looking for, because you only, how old are you again, brother? If you mind me asking, what are you, 20, what, 4, 25?
I usually say I'm 76 trillion years young, but I'm 24.
Okay, you're 24 years old, but guess what? For you to have this type of mentality and the way you think at 24, do you know how more dangerous you're going to be at 30, 40, and 50 when your wisdom is even more expanded? My God, brother, I'm gonna be some old dude in a wheelchair talking about that's Big X. I interviewed him in I interviewed him in 2018, and they're gonna be like, you a damn lie. You ain't interviewed no Big X. You lying. You know. Yes, I did. Like a barbershop, you know what I'm saying? But we need to around you. So what I have, and I want to ask you this question, but I have Brother Gab Talk Media on, who I want him to get in your ears. These are older brothers. I want Art to get in your ear. Art knows some things about the FOI, and Brother Gab Talk Media knows some things too. So I want these brothers to definitely talk to you, inspire you. But before they do, brother, tell us right now, honestly, in your own words, of course it's going to be your words, why do you think YouTube shut down a successful channel like yours? What do you think's going on? Because like I told you earlier, you got people on YouTube talking about, oh, it's Farrakhan. Farrakhan took the channel for him. Farrakhan is jealous of the fact that he's more successful than the nation in Farrakhan. You know, this type of nonsense. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's definitely nonsense. The minister would love if I get $1 billion because I'm pushing the nation that he wants to build. But I believe it's because the effectiveness, because there's so many channels that I've seen talked about, you know, other people, children, other people, wives. I've seen people make threats, and none of their videos have been taken down. So I believe it is the effect that I was having and the truth that was being spoken. And I'll tell you, for those who haven't seen my video, when it got taken down, I was doing a lecture in Austin about closing the gap. And I was talking about closing the gap between us and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and God, and us as the conscious people, or the vanguard, you know, closing the gap between us and the people. And I was talking about how we are able to use social media to change the world by changing the mind. Mm-hmm. And when I do my lectures, I include the minister in my lectures by way of showing little snippets of the YouTube channel. So all of the videos was working in the beginning, but when I get down to the last part of my lecture where I'm sharing testimonies, my videos begin to pause and they eventually stopped. So because, you know, I'm thinking that because I was using my phone Wi-Fi, I'm thinking, well, maybe the Wi-Fi went out. So I went ahead and closed the lecture out. As I'm driving home, a brother calls me or texts me on Instagram and says, Brother Ben, I'm trying to look at one of your videos and it says your whole channel was terminated. Wow. So I said, wow, they done terminated my channel during my lecture. And ironically, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, it was when I was about to start showing the testimonials of the people who said their lives has been changed by the teachings that I put on YouTube. So that's what I think the reason is.
Okay, let me read something in the chat room. There's a brother by the name of Marcellus Muhammad, and he says that sometimes you have to wonder where these young people are getting all their knowledge. My daughter has so much history and knowledge in her. I'd be like, whoa, I believe God is working through them. So this brother, Marcellus Muhammad, says, and I thank you for that message. It's very good. He believes that there's something divine that's working through young people. Because I have a daughter who's 11 years old, and my daughter shocks me all the time. These kids, you know, have more access to information, and possibly yourself too, brother. But what do you think? Do you think there's something divine? Because I did a video not too long ago that, you know, black people, the universe was created by dark matter. Dark matter is what? Made of melanin. Melanin is in water, food, trees, everything. It's our pineal gland, everything. And that's why I believe that we are universal people. We come from the whole damn universe. That's my opinion. But what do you think about that statement that Marcellus Muhammad put out there?
Well, it bears witness to what the minister teaches, that we are the greatest generation. The minister always talks about, when he mentions abortion, when he's talking to the sister, he said, you know, sister, I know you may not want to have this child, and that man may have left you, but this child may be the answer to your prayers. And the minister talks about how his mother tried to abort him, and through that prayer, through the struggle, through what she was going through, that circumstance produced the minister to receive the information as he's receiving it now. And when I look back at my life, I don't share this often. I was born in prison. And when I shared that with a brother, or a brother shared that with Brother Tony in Detroit, he said, Brother Ben, he says, maybe that's why you're trying to free your people from prison today. The mental prison that they're in, because of what you was going through in your mother's womb. And we understand through just what can happen with the mind. You can go back to the womb, and when you in the womb, it's good to talk to the babies and have good thoughts, because the baby can feel, they can hear what the mother's going through, all those different things while they're in the womb. So to answer the question, I believe we all have something divine in us. However, the youth is more of a clean slate. So we all, I believe, are little lights. You know, it said, let your light shine, you know, in the book, it said, let your light shine. And when we describe an Allah, you can't see Allah, but we understand that spirit isn't independent of material. So you can see the unseen power by that which is empowered. So for example, you can't see electricity, but you can see a light bulb.
Yes.
And so, you know, the electricity is there through the light bulb. Well, what happens is a lot of times our light bulb gets turned off. And we think because we're not able to be powerful, we think because we're not able to make change, well, I must not be a God. No, sir, brother, you just got to change your light bulb. And once I change that light bulb and put it back in that socket and turn that light thing up, oh, you're going to light right back up. And so I feel like for us, our light has already been on. So this light that you see reflecting is on me right now. But what happens is we get hit with a black brush, as Brother Malik would say. You get hit with that black brush of white supremacy. That side is dim. Then the school system hit you with another swipe. Swipe that one. Then your mother, because she's been indoctrinated, and your father, because they've been indoctrinated by white supremacy. Now they install it into you. There go another one. So now, even though we all have that divine light, your light has been dimmed. But us, we coming up as youth, we bright. We ain't been affected yet. So I believe that is why in the youth you can see that divine light, and also because we have access to social media, we have access to the knowledge that was once hidden. That's why we say God is present. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is already here. We just got to apply it. Okay. And I say that all the time when it comes to us beefing.
So let me repeat what you said. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Is that right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Powerful, very powerful statements. Let me, for just 1 minute, let me just play this real quick, and then I'm going to go to our guests that are on with us, because these brothers are very powerful brothers. I know they got some good things to say to you, brother. So let me see. Oh, I know where I have it at. Let me play this. Everybody listen up. I'm going to put his links in the chat room again. You need to subscribe to the brother's channel. And yeah, here we go.
Everybody, this is breaking news. This is Infoman bringing you a message. Everybody, I need you to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to Brother Ben X backup channel. The brother has a backup channel. I support him. The young brother is giving us knowledge. He's empowering us. He means well towards his people. He's an intelligent brother. Let's give him our support, because that's what we need to do. That is the breaking news. Brother Ben X.
Okay, everybody. So make sure you subscribe to the brother's channel. I put the links in the chat room. Everybody that's not in the chat room that's listening out there, please subscribe to the brother channel. We need to get Ben X back up to where he was in his subscribership. Okay, the brother. I'm like I said, the brother has a very successful channel, and I'm not too envious and hating self and kind to say, oh, I'm good. I'm happy that the brother's channel's down. Now there's more room for the rest of us. No, the brother needs to be back where he was at, and we got to put him back there. It takes us. So with that said, Brother Art, you come aboard. We got Brother Gab Talk Media with us. Brother Art, you have any words for Brother Ben X?
Assalamu alaikum, black man.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
It is good to see the young FOI doing his thing on cyber networks here. It's nice, brother. If you really, some people don't understand that the teachings was brought to us in 1930, July 4th. And look at you now, brother. And my son, just a little quick story. A lot of us parents don't have our children. We don't have things for our children to listen to. Even some of your competition, I would not let my son listen to that nonsense. So, and you know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when you're doing, I was saying it in a panel before, when you're doing something right, then basically that's when they're going to try to shut you down. So it shouldn't be something that make you feel too bad, but just give you an indicator that something bigger is going to happen. So this is more like probably a cleansing process. So I'm out here in LA. I run with Minister Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, I got my ex in 1991. So it's like, by looking at you and what you are doing, it gives me hope. And matter of fact, it even gives me more strength to really try to hold on to make sure I'm still around if you need me, or brothers like you. Yes, sir. So, don't think that you're alone, and don't think that people are not, coming around, because we're all over the place. I'm in LA, and brothers are in different parts of the, matter of fact, the planet, all 196,940,000. So if you take that in perspective, I think you're just going to go much further, brother. So I don't want to be too long-winded, but I'm just letting you know that we're here, brother.
Yes, sir. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you.
Hey, Art, you know what, brother? I've got to give you a clap for that, brother, because that was powerful. Art, that's why I had to get you on, brother. I knew that you would make the connection there. Brother Gab Talk Media, you're with us, brother. I'm glad you're here. I brought you on specifically because I know that you're a very wise brother, and I want you to speak to Brother Ben X. Go right ahead.
Hey, bro, I don't know about all that wise, but
yes, you are.
I know I love this. I know I love this young brother you got on your show tonight, man. Brother, oh my God, brother, you rejuvenating a lot of spirits out here, man. I got my ex in DC, man, and Mosque number 4 in 1993.
Mm.
You know, did a short stint there. And, you know, I'm 50 years old now. But, you know, like Art said, brother, we out here, man, and we see you, brother. So I was really sad to see that your show went down. I was sharing your material in a number of different social media platforms. I've been sharing you. So we're going to do everything we can out here, man, to get you built back up. And hopefully you can get your stuff restored like I think Willie D did.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, I hope you can get that done, man. But brother, you got all the wisdom, man. You well studied, you learning every day. You got that fire that everybody does when they first. I remember I first joined the nation, man. You got that fire, bro. I could see it. I remember those days. So yeah, you rejuvenating us, brother.
He got that
you and that
Muhammad,
team.
don't he?
Yeah, that's that Muhammad. Yeah, so I'm
feel it.
appreciating you from Farad all the way down to the baby believer, man. So you continue your work, brother. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get you built back up. Just want you to know, you know, you just like the minister, man. You got an army that you can see and an army that you can't see.
Praise be to
I'm just
Allah.
letting you know. I saw you when you came to DC last in September too.
Okay.
When your team came through, I brought my son out there to see you. We didn't get a chance to stay. We had a little obligations, but we came in and sat with y'all for a couple hours. And so, like I say, good luck. We out here with you. We're gonna get you built back up. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace, bro.
Peace.
Let me just say, like what I was saying, brother Ben X, there's a lot of us out here who have a lot of love for you, brother, and a lot of us who are not happy about what had happened to you. That's one of the reasons why I did the live stream that I did, because what seems to be going on YouTube is that I feel like they want to purge certain channels, or they want to purge most of us black people on here that do social commentary, who try to wake our people up. I've had some goofy things happen to me, brother. Let me just tell you what happened to me. I was interviewing a family that lives in London, a black family, beautiful children. They have there's a group of 2 children out there, beautiful black children, who have a book club, Jovita and Paulo. Paulo and Jovita, if y'all up listening to me, I know it's probably sleep time out there for y'all. Thank you. I know the mom is beautiful, the father. And so while I was interviewing them, these kids speak different languages. They're just dynamic. And the father was talking about how he runs his household and how he has family meetings, and he is very disciplinarian with his son. He wants the best for his son and his daughter. And while I was doing that, I got knocked out of my stream, because I had brothers that came on the panel, and we were talking about the importance of why it's important for fathers to be in the household. I got knocked out of my stream, and all of a sudden Google came up and said that you used the Google Hangout improperly. So for a couple of weeks, I couldn't even do any Google Hangouts on my main channel, which we're on right now. So I had to upload my second channel, and I kept appealing to them. And I said to myself, what did I violate? It was something particular. And everybody said, you must be doing something right, because if you weren't, this wouldn't happen to you, because I was resonating a message that was too positive they were resonating the message that was positive, not me, it was them. And I noticed that when we're on these panels bickering and arguing with each other, and you in this and you be that, YouTube lets it run and let it run and let it be successful. Doesn't make sense to me. Makes me scratch my head. So I just want to tell you, brother, I think they're trying to stop us. And I know I was hollering about Black Junction TV, and I know there's some out there in Black YouTube that are saying that black people ain't gonna leave YouTube. We like the white man's ice. It's colder than the black man's ice. But at the same time, I think even if we are going to utilize YouTube, we still should try to support a brother like Yusef, who owns Black Junction TV.
I want to address that as well.
Okay, go right ahead, brother. I'm listening. I'm all ears. Go ahead.
You know, that whole thing about not leaving the white man's because it's colder it has nothing to do with because it's a white platform. For me personally, it's because this is where the people are. If it was an Asian man or a dang brown, black, green, blue man, and that's where my people were, that's where I'm going. And one thing we have to realize is that, it's easy for us to say just make our own, but then you have to realize that the people who are going on like these black conscious pages, for me, these are people who I believe already have knowledge of self. These are people who I believe already understand black business and they have a certain level of consciousness, which is why they're willing to leave a white platform and go to the black one. My message is for the 85%, the dumb, deaf, and blind. I'm trying to reach the brothers who still looking at this gossip. I'm trying to reach the brothers who still interested in beef. I'm trying to reach the brothers who still interested in just games and stuff like that. I'm trying to reach the people who don't know nothing about the nation, don't know nothing about the minister. And all the people that's on these black platforms, they already either know the minister or think they know more than the minister or think they got it all figured out. So I'm trying to reach the youth. The youth not going to be on these platforms because they don't really know about it. They're not really tuned into the community like that. They still, they playing Fortnite and things of that nature. So they still looking at vlogs and things of that nature. So for me, it has nothing to do with, not wanting to leave the white man platform, because quite frankly, I've been had my own platform, www.blackondemand.tv, where I have documentaries over there, short films over there, got skits, interviews, got whole events over there. I just don't push that because, I'm not trying to necessarily compete with YouTube on that end, and our platform is more like a Netflix type platform. It's not more so like a YouTube, and I think it'll take a lot of money to compete with a YouTube, because you may say, well, yeah, because I'm on YouTube because it's free. Well, yeah, it's free, but somebody is getting paid because of us being on this platform. Somebody is paying millions of dollars, because I was talking about this on my Facebook Live the other day. A brother was like, why don't y'all just make your own black YouTube? I said, well, brother, you know how much money that's going to take? And these billions of these companies that's pouring in millions for advertisers, they are the ones actually that are making YouTube kick us off. It's not necessarily YouTube, because at first people had all kind of crazy stuff on YouTube. It was until the advertisers began to say, hey, I'm going to take my money because I don't want my advertising on this video. Now YouTube want to come with all these terms and say no hate speech and say this, say that. So it's really them. So if they kicking us off of YouTube, what makes you think they're going to come on a black platform and then give advertising dollars to us? Because the brother was basically saying, well, if y'all got numbers, they don't care about what y'all saying. That's a lie. Because if that was the case during the Million Man March, they knew the minister called for 1 million and nearly 2 million showed up. So if that's the case, if it's all about numbers, why did they block the minister during the Million Man March? Why they didn't play all of his the Million Man March on a platform? Because of what he was saying.
What he was saying. That's
so
right.
It's not about just, get your numbers up. They're not going to, they're the ones trying to get us off. So why would I make my own platform believing that they're going to come? And then I end with this. There was a brother who was a black brother. I'm not going to mention his name. There was a black brother who got a big black marketing company, and he has some big contracts. And, he was told about my views. I got over 500 million views on my Facebook alone. And I got 900,000 followers over there. And so he like, okay, this may be good for marketing, So my manager hooking it up. So after he see the content, I get a message that says, hey, it's maybe a little bit, you be posting with the FOI and the n.o.i, I don't really know if that's going to really work. So those are things we have to think about as well when we talking about making our own platform. I'm trying to reach the people who still own these platforms because they don't have the knowledge that we have. So we not on here because it's a white platform. It just happened to be white, and this is where our people are.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think it's important to still diversify yourself? So for example,
absolutely.
I have a page over on Black Junction TV. I paid the brother about $10 a month. I remember when I interviewed him, and he said, we asked him very straight up questions, and he says that right now he doesn't have the kind of infrastructure like YouTube because they're a corporation that's advertising dollars. So he says he really wants to keep it only black owned so that our voices won't get censored on his channel, because if he takes in corporate dollars, then we will be censored over there. And so we asked him, well, when can you get the live stream running? And he said, well, it takes a lot of bandwidth. It's going to take a lot of time. And what I noticed is that, I just got to be honest with you, brother. Black people, my people, our people, we as a people, and you've heard this before, we don't always support each other because we tend to assume that it's going to fail first. So it's almost like people are looking for Brother Yusef to fail. So people go over there, they put some stuff up, they support him, and he's even talking about that if you put stuff up, you can monetize over there. But then once again, the advertisers are only going to monetize what they feel is acceptable. So can't we as people chew gum at the same time, ride a bike at the same time? Meaning be on YouTube, be on the Facebook, be on all the media, be on Black Junction TV, be on anything we can get our hands on, Black Spot, whatever we can get our hands on. Wouldn't that just be the overall way to go?
I mean, yeah. I mean, different people have different motives. Different people have different visions. There's nothing wrong with being on, multiple platforms. I mean, it definitely can't hurt. You know what I mean? Having your content on different spots. So, I mean, I definitely do believe you should diversify, have different streams of income, because like what just happened with mine, you can get shut down. You can be censored. We can't really control that. So, at the end of the day, even if you was on the Black-owned platforms, I still think you should diversify. So yes, I do believe that's a good strategy.
Let me ask you, and I know that you said that you had a little time for us. I don't want to keep you the whole night because I want to let Lions then ask you a question if he has one. But this one is an important question, brother. Given the fact of what has happened to your channel, and there may be other people who will get their channel shut down, because what happened to you, I think, is sort of spooked a lot of people out within Black YouTube in particular. Do you think because of this that a lot of us are going to have to start really censoring ourselves? We may have to change the content that we do to a certain degree, or not say certain things, or maybe we should speak more so in code, which I've been saying that for a long time. We got to learn to speak more in codes. What are your thoughts?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If I get mine back, I'm gonna be saying the same thing I was saying before, because I don't consider it hate speech. The minister says speak straight words today, and that's what I'm going to do. If you got to, I don't want to even feel like I'm hiding the teachings. You know what I mean? Yes, be strategic. I wouldn't go into the school just, if I'm speaking to the school, just go, all in. But I don't think what I was saying was hate speech in the first place. They didn't even tell me what it is that I was saying. So I'm going to continue to speak the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because I don't think it was hate speech in the first place. That's what the minister is calling for the showdown for. Show us the hatred that we're showing. Show us the hatred that we're teaching. No, we are the product of hate. So no, we not teaching no hate. So me personally, man, when I get back on there, you're gonna see the same Brother Ben X. That's just me personally.
Okay. I don't want you to change. I want you to continue being the authentic Ben X. Anything less than that, I would say, hey, that's not the real Ben X. He's been snatched by some space people. But this is not him. He's been cloned. It's not him. So don't change who you are, brother. So that's what I'm going to say to you, brother. Your second channel, everybody. I'm going to put those links in there again. I'm going to be supporting you, brother. I'm going to be over there all the way. I'm going to be telling people to support you. I'm going to be promoting what you're doing in my own social media when you come on. Everybody in the chat room, this is very important. I want you all to share this video in your own personal social media and push it forward so that the word gets out that the brother is the lion that we know he is, and that he's going to keep doing what he does. He's not going to change. So with that said, Lions Den, do you have anything else you want to ask the brother before we put a crescendo on this? Because the brother, he's been gracious with giving it of his time to us tonight.
Yes, sir. I got last two questions I can ask Brother Ben X. The first question is, I was going to talk to you about the situation with Tamika D. Mallory. She was basically, in other words, was trying to force to denounce the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, or she resigns from the Women's March. And what do you think about that situation?
Actually, I'm proud of the sister, man. She's been standing her ground with that, stronger than a lot of men that I've seen who denounce the minister over a little money or a little fame. So I'm proud of the sister, man. She's always been strong. She's always been a supporter of the minister. She's been at the different Savers Days. I've been in meetings with her myself and see how she really wants to, you know, see some change in the community, and she's really about, you know, her business. So she passed the litmus test, not their litmus test, but our litmus test. So I'm proud of her.
Okay.
Question for me is, and my last question for you, Brother Ben X, is what can we do to save our youth from violence against each other? You know, black on black violence in the community.
Give them knowledge, knowledge and an example, and give them something to do. Scripture says that we are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. Then it goes on to say because we rejected it. But you know, what we got to give them something to reject first. The minister said, "How can you call them disbelievers if you didn't give them anything to believe in?" So we must begin to get around them again. We must begin to go and be mentors again, man. Some of us is the man got, not the man, but the white man got us so busy that we don't even have time, you know, for the youth anymore. So I think using the method that Jesus used with Peter, coming back to that, he was just fishing and fisher, and Jesus made him a fisherman of men. We need to be strategic in our fishing. Because we call it fishing in the Nation of Islam, and you know, fishing ain't no easy thing. You don't just go down there and grab it. Even when you grab it, even when it latch on to the bait, it's still trying to flap away. So you have to wheel them far and far and far away, because when you get it out, it's still trying to flap back into the water. And that's how many of our people are today. You may get him to the study group one time, but what is he going to do tomorrow? He may watch your video today, but what is he going to watch tomorrow? What is he going to do tomorrow? See, Master Fard Muhammad, when he came, he set up a system. So on Monday, you got men's class. Wednesday, you got the time and what must be done. Fridays, you got self-improvement, the basis of community development. Saturday, you got the MGT and the brothers going to go out with the final call. Sunday, you got the meeting and the brothers may go out with the final call then as well. So we have to create a system for them to be in, because if we don't give them something to do, somebody else definitely got something for them to do. And if we don't have anywhere for them to go, somebody else got two places, and y'all already know those two places where they got for them to go. So I think for us, we have to begin to, number one, get ourselves together. That's how we're going to impact the youth, because they got to see an example. Me personally, from just my personal experience, Brother Malik was an example for me. I'm I'm reading the teachers, and every time I'm looking at the message to the black man, it ain't something he just read, because everybody say they don't read the book, but to me, that don't impress me. Yeah, okay, but did you apply page 2 though? Everybody say they read the book and their grandfather had the book. My uncle read the book, but we ain't applied one page of it. So when I'm reading the book and I'm going through it, I'm looking at Brother, oh, damn, he did that. He said homeschool, he did that. It says separate and do for something, he did that. And then I'm seeing the example and how he's able to offer me opportunities. When I dropped out of college, I had my own family members that was mad at me for dropping out of college. Well, the nation better pay for this, or you better go do this with the nation. So they was a little mad that I decided to join the nation. Now they have came around now, but Brother Malik said, man, I'm with you. I support you all the way. I was on the phone with him, and I was comfortable telling my decision with him, because I always knew that this brother was going to support me either way. So he said, you going to stay in college? I'll support you. You want to drop out? I'll support you. I'll be here for you. So when I decided to drop out, he's the brother who gave me a job at his school and was willing to mentor me. So it's about, man, mentoring, man, and being an example and showing them that somebody really cares about them. That's what I think is going to change the youth.
Okay. Wow. Got me some food for thought, brother. I gotta be honest. Wow. So, Brother Art, do you have any last words you want to say to Brother Ben X before we put a crescendo?
Just real quickly. The part that I think that I keep noticing, and it's really, and it touched me from back in my day, is that you just really have a strong way of showing discipline. Because a lot of brothers your age, they don't even know how to spell discipline. So I'm telling you, that's gonna always be in your favor, brother, because you're gonna look back and play these things for your children. You know, these things they're gonna learn from this. My sons look at things that I did when I was younger, and I was disciplined when I was your age. That's why I already know the path that you're going. So you push the messages program, you pushing the ministers program. Man, just keep doing it. Don't go anywhere else. That's all.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes, sir. Walaikum salam.
Brother Ben X, we're going to have to do this again. And like I said, I'm going to do what I can in my way to continue to put the word out there. Let me once again put, let me see here. Let me make sure I put in the chat room your second channel. I'm going to put the links in there again several times. Everybody that's in the chat room, make sure you subscribe to Brother Ben X his backup channel. It's called Ben X Backup Channel or Backup. And on the description of this video, I also put his channel in the description of this video. I also put in there, which I stole off of Ben X's page. It says Ben X Man channel has been terminated. Main channel has been terminated. He does not know why. Support him at his Patreon. I put that on there, and subscribe to the backup page. So that's on the description of this video. You will also, if you want to go back to this video, you can go in there and click in there and go straight directly to his page, his channel, subscribe, and spread the word to everybody. What's up, brother? Brother Dubian, I see you in there, brother. We got Bonbon, we got Black in Japan. Hey, Black in Japan, I send you a link because I wanted you to say a few words to the brother. So if you want to come in before, if not, another time then. But everybody, make sure you definitely go into the description of this video, click into the link that I just put in the chat room, spread the word out so that everyone subscribe to Brother Ben X second channel and support him. Now, Brother X, before we go, Brother Ben X, I overheard you say that you have the same lawyer that Brother Willie D.
Well, I don't know if she's a lawyer now, but the sister who she may be, because she's dealing with the legal issue, but the same sister who helped Brother Willie D, my assistant is in communication with her to get my channel back.
Okay, now I was watching your channel the other night and I was spying with my ears, and I overheard you say to one of the brothers, and the brother that you was on the channel the other night that spoke to you, I reached out to him because I'm going to be interviewing him and bringing him onto my platform. I think the brother
Malcolm Flex
is coming on my channel. I reached out to him, but I overheard you talking to him, and I can hear you saying that YouTube keeps telling you that the channel is active, but when you go to your channel, it ain't working. So what's going on? They're giving you some double talk, brother, aren't they?
Yeah. Let me read this message, man.
I couldn't let you get out of here without revealing this information to the public.
So they said that this account appears to be active, and you should be able to access it. Learn more about recovering your channel. And so when I click to recovering your channel, the channel that is supposed to be recovered is supposed to be in a spot that says recovered or disabled.
Yes.
Well, the page, I can see it, but it's still in the place of it being active. But when you click on it and go to the page, it's still terminated. So wow. I don't know what's going on. And then they asked my assistant, they say, send me the video that you're speaking. Like, send me the video and she's like, no, it's not a video. It's the whole channel. So they're acting like they don't know what's going on, acting like they're confused. So that's the last thing I've pretty much heard thus far. They said it appears to be active, but obviously it's not.
Okay. Well, if they do put your main channel back up for whatever reason that things work out, I hope I want it to happen. The hell with hope. It needs to happen. It should happen. Because now when they terminate your channel, did they give you some vague statement? I noticed they like to hide what they for legal purposes, they like to use vague statements so that you can't hold them to anything. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the thing is, I didn't get no statement at all. I didn't get no email. So there was no copyright strike. I got no email saying it was terminated. And I emailed them myself, and I still haven't got an email myself back from them. So they, according to the page that I was looking at, they're supposed to let you know when your page is terminated. I wasn't even alerted that my page was terminated.
Okay, brother, let me say something to you. Have you considered that your channel could have been hacked? Because I had someone try to hack me before. You got a lot of clever individuals that like to hack, and we know that YouTube and Google are a partner. It's owned by Google, right? And we know through reports that Google doesn't have, and I hate the term, they don't have a lot of diversity. And you do, I've heard rumors that there are people who actually work in Google who do this stuff from the inside out. So I wonder if this could be an inside job by someone that works for these platforms. Or could you have been possibly hacked by someone?
Well, it could be somebody, on the inside that decided that they want to do it, but I don't think it was necessarily hacked, because if it was hacked, they probably would have just changed the password. I still got access to my password and all that. But when you click on the video, it gives a reason why. It says hate speech.
Okay.
When other people click on my video, it says this channel has been terminated because of hate speech. So I don't think it was hacked. I think somebody just, terminated or shut it down. Okay.
All right. Brother Art and Lions Den, I want you brothers to stay on even after Brother Ben X leaves. Lions Den, could you give a little love to folks in the chat room?
Real quick? Yes, I'm gonna give a little love from there's a lot of people. Okay, discuss with Dina, Brother Danubian, Malcolm Flex TV, Bon, Marcella Muhammad, the Prophet of Thought series.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get him on here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give him a link real quick before brother Ben X leaves. He needs to hear another strong voice of wisdom, and that's Brother Prophet of the Thought series. Gonna get him on right now. And if Michael Fletch is in here, I'm about to give that brother I'm gonna mod him up. I'm supposed to interview this brother. I think I reached out to him through email, and he said anytime, brother. If I got the right brother, I'm going to moderate him up because I respect what he's doing with his channel over there. And let me bring Prophet of Thought series into the show to say a few words before Brother Ben X unfortunately has to leave us. Go ahead, Alliance Den. I'm sorry about that. I got excited when I saw those brothers in there. Let me bring Brother Fletch on. Damn, I wish I could, excuse my language, I wish I could bring Brother Fletch on right now, but I don't have his email and I don't have him sunk. Well, maybe I do have him synced into my system. Wait a minute. I think I do. Let me see something. I think I have him in here. Go ahead, Lions Den, with what you were doing, brother. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, Brother Danubian, Poetic Kells, Plum Jade, Joanna D. King, Big L, Big L's in the house. 1X Cox 6, The Real Aaron Collins, Bon, JB Omega. We got the Shiny Collector, JVB. Of course, I'm gonna go scroll up a little bit. I won't miss anybody. Oh, okay. Okay, Brandon Williams, Andre Toppin Jr., okay. Ernest Clark, Always a Lady. And let's see. I guess that's it right now, info.
Everybody up there, I appreciate y'all being here tonight and giving us a lot of support and coming out and supporting Brother Ben X tonight.
Family.
Let me play this again for y'all.
Blessings and love, family.
And make sure you're subscribing to his channel. Brother Fletch, I just sent you a link, so I hope you come on in. Oh, here comes the man himself, the Prophet of Thought series. And our Brother Fletch, if you're listening to me, I just sent you a link, brother. Come on in. I just want y'all to say a few words before I end. Brother Prophet of Thought, how you doing, brother? Can you hear me? Unmute yourself. Okay, he's on, but he's not. Brother Prophet of Thought, unmute yourself. Thank you.
All right, what's good? What's good? Peace, brother. Info. I hate I missed this, man, because I'm a fan of Brother Ben X. What's good, Brother Ben X?
Peace. What's going on?
Well, look, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do, Prophet of Thought. I want you to say what's on your mind of this, brother, but I want to ask Brother Ben X. Brother Ben X, I believe you would be doing yourself a great service if you give Prophet of Thought another exclusive interview. You should let this brother interview you on his channel, because this brother is full of wisdom. He has a great platform. I think it would be great for you all to get together and get on his channel and let this brother pick your mind. Brother Prophet of Thought is excellent, brother. So I'm just putting it out there, brother. I'm just putting it out there. So,
yes, sir.
Go right ahead, brother.
Oh, absolutely. I second that, man. I have made attempts to reach out to brother Ben X a while back through some other people when I had a team, because you know I had a team of people. I'm by myself now, which is actually better, but I had a team of people at a point to the brother for quite some time. So I would definitely be honored, man, to have you on my show, man, for a night, man. Well, you know, you getting the whole show if you come on.
Well, what I'll do, if Brother Ben X is comfortable with that, I'll talk to him. I'll get the email to you, and we can set it up. I think it'd be excellent. I hope that Brother Ben X will be down with that, because after what happened with his channel, brother, this is not right, and we got to rally around our people when things happen. We don't need to be making negative videos about brothers like this. We need to be rallying around brothers like this. So with that said, I appreciate you saying what you said, Brother Prophet.
Absolutely. We need to. I mean, we can't just abandon them. You know, we gotta, you know, he's got a message that's solid, man, and everyone who listens, have no problem with him getting his message out on my platform. You know, anytime, any day he want to come through, it's on. Anytime, any day, it's on, Brother Ben X.
Okay. We're gonna make that happen. Hopefully, I know, brother. We're gonna make it happen. We gotta make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Absolutely. Well, you know what has happened is he's fell victim to the speech police. You know, the speech police are always on patrol, and it seems like the people that they patrol the hardest is the people that look like us.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit, Prophet, but I
fell victim to the
brother X, you breaking up a little bit.
The speech police are very particular.
Okay.
They're very particular about trolls. So, you know,
you were breaking up a little bit, but I think we get the idea of what you're saying, brother, that the speech police are very particular. And that's what he has fallen. He's been a victim to the speech police. You're absolutely right, brother. So I sent Brother Fletcher, Brother Fletcher, a link to come on, but I think maybe the brother's busy. I'm glad to see him in the chat room. Brother Ben X, I want to say to you again, brother, thank you for coming on tonight and taking a chance to speak with a brother like myself and be a part of this tonight. I appreciate that, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
You got my full support. I'm going to spread the word out, and we're going to get you on Brother Prophet of Thoughts series channel, brother, and keep spreading the words that you talk, that you spread. So thank you for being here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I usually do, I'm going to play a little music and put the avatar up, the avatar that I made of you on the screen. But we're going to continue to talk even after Brother Ben X is gone. I'm going to play a little music, and as near the end of that music, we're going to stay on for a little while longer, and I'm going to do some Q&A with some of the brothers on the panel to get their thoughts about the interview and thoughts of where we go from here as a people on these platforms, because this can happen to any of us. So I want to thank Brother Ben X again. I'm going to give him a clap for being here tonight. Brother has graciously adorned us with his presence. And Brother X, it's been Ben X, has been great having you here, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace.
Wait a minute, info. Wait a minute. 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 Wait a minute, info. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, info.
Very candidly to my enemies, it is written in the Holy Quran, this land and Allah plans, and Allah indeed is the best of planners.
Thank you, Brother Ben X, for being with us again tonight. Everybody in the chat room, thank you for being here. Let me, at this moment, speak to the brothers that are still on the panel to get their thoughts on the night before we put a complete end to the program tonight. And let me go right over by disengaging the beautiful thumbnail of Brother Ben X. As you know, I love doing thumbnails. I love the artistry of it, creating thumbnails and looking at my channel and seeing all the different people that I've interviewed and giving each person sort of a unique thumbnail. I will probably use this same image of Brother Ben X on this video, but it'll be of a different color format using the same style that you see here. I love doing thumbnails. Love the artistry of it. But let me get back to the brothers that's on the panel. We got Lion's Den, my man. We've got Prophet of Thought and Brother Art. Brother Art, you've been quiet for a while. Lion's Den, what did y'all think of Brother Ben X? What were your thoughts about the brother tonight?
Well, I think that he's straight up real. He's basically one of the most strongest young brothers. I wouldn't be surprised that he's going to be the leader of the nation someday. That's how tough this brother is, and I applaud the brother from coming in. He's straight up loyal, and I'm telling you, info. The way he sounds, the way he talks. YouTube made a big mistake losing his channel.
What's up, brother? Hang on for 1 minute. We got Brother Malcolm Fletch on. I'm going to talk to him in just a moment. Just hang on, brother Fletch.
Yes, sir.
Right with you in a moment, sir. All respect to you. Go right ahead, Lions. Then you were saying some excellent words, brothers. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, I think YouTube has made a big mistake. Is try to cancel his channel like that. But you know what? The best advice I can say is that he has a backup channel and he's more stronger than ever before. So, Brother Ben X, I mean, you are a good guy, and I hope you continue doing what you're doing, brother. If you listen to the show.
All right, let's go over to Brother Art, who's been very patient and quiet. What are your thoughts about the interview with Brother Ben X tonight, Brother Art? You have experience in the nation.
It was quite refreshing. I think the takeaway that I always get is that you need 1,000, 20,000, 1,000,000 Ben X's, and we have the MGT. We have to have, the female version of that caliber as well. So I think the fact that you're able to have him as a presence on the YouTube when you see a lot of other things happening that is pretty much unexcusable. I mean, he stands out. So I think that's the part where we have to make, more appealing to the masses, because you already know what appeals to the masses, the stuff that is not really productive. So the fact that he's having this notoriety and this much success, that's the stuff that we're supposed to appeal to and just blow the flames to let it go stronger and stronger. So, I mean, I'm just always in support of all the brothers, all the brothers. So that's the thing, is that we complain about people in his generation, but he pretty much proves that his generation has a future, and I know a lot of young brothers like him out here. So it's just good to see him as a presence. I'm very proud of him. If he's listening, we probably run into each other one day, because we might have similar circles and things. But that's all I can do, is just say I'm very proud of the brother.
Okay. Let me go over to Brother Prophet of Thought series before I get to an honorable brother and Brother Malcolm Fletcher. But let me go to Prophet of Thought. What are your thoughts? I know I really wished you would have been here from the very beginning, brother. And because I wanted to get you on the panel. I had Gab on tonight. Gab Talk Media was on. Talked to the brother, gave some good words. I really wanted George Makem to come in and give some good words. I even sent Brother Moses Jenkins the link, give some good words. But I noticed that I can see on my screen behind me that Brother George Makem is over there on Nyla Says channel right now. They got a live stream going on. But what are your thoughts, brother? And that's the only reason why you didn't see me on your channel tonight, because what happened is I reached out to Brother Ben X, and he sort of said, brother, we can do something tomorrow. So I had to jump at the opportunity and not sort of say, oh, let's do it this. I had to do it right, soon, and dandy. So what are your thoughts, brother?
Well, I came in at the end.
Yeah.
I had just got done with my show that I did with Miss Nicole.
Your mic is you're sounding robotic. There's something wrong with your connection, Prophet.
Like the end
I don't think he can
of it.
Okay. There's something going on with your mic, brother.
I caught the very end of it. Can you hear me?
What's happening is that your mic is.
Can you hear me at all?
No, it's making that robotic sound. You sound like a robot. Something's morphing with the sound. So I don't know if it's something going on with your mic or, the internet connection's been acting weird tonight. When I first did my show with Brother Ben X, I got knocked out of the show and I had to come back in. Lionston did a great job of asking the brother questions. So there's some weird stuff going on because of us trying to have positive conversation.
All right.
But I can't. Yeah, it's still doing that sound, Brother Prophet. I'm so sorry that we can't hear you that well. I'm sorry about that.
Go out and come back in.
Yeah, go out and come back in. Let me
go out and come back in.
Okay, let me go over and give this brother a clap that's on with us right now. And that's Brother Malcolm Fletcher. If I'm saying the name right, brother. Am I saying that right? I want to put some.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay, brother. Your brother that I watched not too long ago, and I saw the interview that you did with Brother Ben X just yesterday night. I was impressed with what you're doing, brother. That's why I want to get you on here soon as possible to interview you about your channel and promote what you're doing, so we can get more folks supporting what you're doing. But let us know about your relationship with Brother Ben X, a little bit about yourself, and just let us know who you are and talk about your channel as well, brother. Go ahead. And what you thought about the interview, if you had a chance to catch any of it. Go right ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. All praises is due to Allah, beloved. I will start with the latter part of your question. Mm-hmm. And I thought this interview was phenomenal. You know what I mean? I sat and watched the whole thing. I thought it was great. I thought you all asked our dear brother some very thought-provoking questions. And as usual, the brother gave some excellent answers. For all those who don't know me, this is Malcolm Flex TV. This is your young brother out in Los Angeles, born and raised out here on the West Coast, out of Muhammad's Mosque number 27, under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and under his Western Regional Representative of Student Minister Tony Muhammad. And yes, I'm just another young brother, another young soldier who is rising up in the ranks, helping the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan deliver the 17 million more dead to the Lamb of God, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And Brother Ben is my brother from another mother.
Okay.
We haven't known each other on a personal level that well, but we are close we have mutual. I don't like to use the term friends, but we got mutual brothers and sisters that we know who know of each other. Mm-hmm. So we are now building our relationship through all of this work. But when my brother when his YouTube page was shut down, I felt that it was necessary me being an up and coming voice to use my voice and my platform to speak out on behalf of my brother, as I would do for you on your behalf, and Lions Den to whoever, you know what I mean? That's black and that's doing something positive.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, brother, I'm gonna be promoting your channel and telling folks about you. And that's why I want to definitely get you on here and do an interview and get more in depth with you about your background, what brought you to the nation, and the total things that you're doing in your community. So we're gonna set that up. So look for another email from me so that we can lock down a date and a time. If it's good for you for the weekend, if it's good during the week, and both of us are in the West Coast, so it's going to be even easier for both of us because we're on the same time zone. So we're going to do that. Let me get over to I thank you for coming on here, brother.
Brother, all praise due to Allah, brother. I thank you for allowing me to come on.
I saw you in the chat room, and I was very surprised, but very happy that you were here. And I modded you up, brother. So you're welcome here anytime. You're going to be seeing me on your channel when you're doing stuff. I'm going to support. I'm going to put it through my social media when you're doing it. We want your channel to grow, 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 grow. This is what I'm about, brother. When I started doing YouTube, some people told me that I shouldn't reach out to people and connect with brothers and sisters on YouTube and do people. And I believe in reaching out and connecting with people. And I don't have no tricks up my sleeves. I'm not asking nobody to give me nothing. I simply just want to connect with people, get the word out about other people's channels, promote what we're doing, and do whatever we can.
But that's a great thing, beloved, because I mean, as black people, if we can come together on doing something negative, why can't we come together on doing something positive? And that's why I said in the chat room, let's just all do a major collaboration. Let's do a mega live event. You know what I mean? And let's just throw a big event. You know what I mean? And push this positive and productive movement. You know, because we got a lot of brothers. They just doing a negative thing. They can unite on doing something bad, but let's show the people that we can come together in solidarity and peace, love, happiness, freedom, justice, and equality, and unity.
Exactly. Let me. Oh, I thought I moderated you. I'm gonna moderate you now. I thought I did. I made a there. Now you're modded up. Let me, brother. What I'm gonna do while Brother Prophet of Thought is saying some words, I'm gonna pull up your channel and put your channel in the chat room right now so folks can click into it and subscribe. Brother Prophet, let me see if we can hear you better, brother. Let's hear that strong voice again. Go right ahead, Brother Prophet of Thought.
Can y'all hear me now?
Oh yeah, that's more like it. That's the man. That's the man.
Had to do some. Hey, what's good, brother Art? What's going on, my brother? Peace to everybody else on the panel. I came in late. I didn't get to catch that much of the brother Ben X interview because I was on a show down the hall with Nicole Michelle. But I listen. I'm a fan of brother Ben X. It's not that often that a brother that young, because you know you and I are in the same generation, brother Info, and it's not that often that a brother that young, you watch him and you actually learn a few things. You know how that is. So I am a fan of the young brother. He's obviously well put together, very articulate, you know, has an extensive vocabulary and a lot of knowledge of many different things. And like my big bro Art said, we need 1 million more like him. We need 5 million more like him, you know, and I stand on that because of brothers like that you don't come in contact with too often. I know I don't. Maybe it's just where I'm at geographically, but I don't come into too many brother Ben X's where I am. So it's always refreshing to have a young brother with so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and you know he's destined for even greater things to come. So I mean, they struck his channel down, and it's usually the Ben X types, the Ben X prototypes that are the first ones attacked. You know, not the people who are on here doing all kind of crazy nonsense and a bunch of negative mess. You know, their channels never go anywhere. You know, but a brother like Ben X, he'll find his channel took down, flagged down, strict down. You know, and it's crazy, man. But you know, you've been through some of this YouTube speech policing yourself, so yeah, you know how it is with the YouTube speech police, man. You know,
Well,
they're very particular who they knock down. You know, it seems like the more positive your voice, the more likely you are to find yourself a victim of the YouTube squad. So
Right.
you know, this isn't something that we haven't seen before. You know, it just so happened that it happened to a brother that we have an affinity for. You know, we
let
haven't
me,
seen, haven't this is nothing we haven't seen before.
yeah. Let me say this, everybody. You definitely need to check out Brother Prophet of Thought series. He has a YouTube channel. I'm probably gonna see if I can pop his links in there. Brother Art that we have on too. He has a channel, and the brother is a professor, a teacher, a great, incredible artist. And I also, not too long ago, you see it in there, I put Brother Malcolm Flex TV in the chat room. Subscribe to that brother's channel. He's trying to grow. And let me see. Before I end this, I want to see. Okay, there you go, Prophet. I'm going to click into your avatar and pull up your channel right now. And I'm going to put a couple of links in there for folks to subscribe to your channel as well. That's like, for example, like I was saying to you, brother, I would have been over there with you tonight to check out what you was doing. But Ben X told me the other night, let's go ahead and do it now, today. So I had to jump at the opportunity because I know the brother's very busy. He's probably got a lot of people requesting to talk to him and what have you. So I said, let me take a chance. Let me do this because I like yourself, I have been wanting to talk to this brother for quite some time. And
Yeah.
and then we got the esteemed Malcolm Fletch TV on here, and this brother's going to be doing big things. I can see that, and so I want to connect with this brother as well. I'm going to interview him, put the word out about him as well, that he's going to grow. His channel's going to grow as well, and the knowledge that he puts out is gonna get to everybody's ears, and that's really what it's about, you know. And
Yes,
anybody that would hate on that, and I know there'll be some people that don't hate. Like, for example, you got 6 thumbs down. How the hell are you gonna thumb down something like this?
that's right.
What kind of nonsense is that? Okay.
Hey, brother, the same thing happened to me. You know, I interviewed brother last night, and I'm like, man, this is just all positivity. But you just can't please anybody, man. Some people just can't stand the sight of certain individuals, man, and it's a sad thing, dear brother.
Yeah, those are the vehement disagreeables.
Right.
You know, they're going to be disagreeable no matter how positive the dialogue is, or the conversation is, or the person themselves are. These people are just vehemently disagreeable to anything. So of course they're going to thumb it down. That's their way of showing how much they vehemently disagree.
Right.
Art, can you do me a favor, brother Art? Write something in the chat room so I can click your avatar. Then I'll go over to your channel and I'll put a few links in there for you before we end tonight, so folks can subscribe to your channel, brother Art. Appreciate it if you can do that. And you can unmute yourself and speak, brother, before we end this. Just go ahead and do that so that I can put your links in there. I want to make sure I get you in there too.
Yes, sir. And his brother Malcolm Flex, right?
Oh, yes, sir, beloved.
Assalamu alaikum, black man.
Walaikum salam, black God.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Tony Muhammad, we go way back, even to Minister Wazir before he passed, brother.
Ooh, that was my brother. That's our pioneer right there, our legend.
Yes, sir. Minister Charles. We go back to Brother Nuri. brother. It's a lot, brother. So, but that I mainly just keep in touch with Minister Tony and Captain Haleen. But man, so many memories there, brother.
Oh yeah, that's my family, beloved. You know, I was a student second lieutenant under Captain Halim and student minister under Minister Tony.
Well, we're gonna have to link up after after the hangout. I mean, after the show, so I can exchange my information with you and let you know where I'm at. So maybe I
Okay.
can help you out and assist you, brother, because young brothers that keeps doing things. I know you need some help and assistance from different parts. Remember, friendships, good homes, friendships, in all walks of life, brother.
That's right.
And that's for life.
That's
Brother
right.
Art, Brother Art, can you do me a favor? I need you to write something in the chat room so I can click into your avatar, get right to your channel, and put a couple links in there. And I've got Brother Malcolm Flex. I got his email, so I'll just send that to you on the Google, and you brothers can connect and do what it is that you make it do. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Just write something. It don't matter. Just say peace, whatever, so that I can click your avatar, throw a couple links before we come to a conclusion. I got to get my butt up tomorrow. I got to get up a little extra early tomorrow. But this has been great tonight. I got myself turned from you guys. I'm sorry about that. This has really been great tonight. It was actually bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I was very excited about interviewing the brother. I'm very excited about getting a chance to interview Brother Malcolm Fletch next. And I'm very excited about having you all on tonight and everybody that was able to come through. So I really appreciate that. So, all right, I don't see you in there, brother. Oh, there you go. Wait, there you go. Let me click that. There you go. There you go. Okay. There you go. Let me see. Let me click that avatar and then I'm gonna put you in there. This has been great. This has been a great show tonight. Everything that I hoped it to be. And Brother Prophet, make sure you watch the replay of this whenever you have a chance.
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely going to watch the replay. I was upset when I saw it come through the ticker. I was like, damn, you're going to have Ben X on tonight at 10 o'clock? I'm like, damn, but I was already booked. So I didn't have to, I had to go ahead and go through, because I booked my shows like 4, 5, 6 days in advance. So it was already booked, so I couldn't cancel it. So I was like, damn, I guess I have to catch it on the playback. But I was hoping that y'all would still be on when I got finished. So I mean, I did catch a little bit of it, but I'm gonna watch the replay. I'm gonna watch the replay.
Everything that happened between it was organic. What happened? I reached out to the brother reached out to me, and then it just happened. We just did it. It was the right thing to do, and I'm just glad that I was able to connect the right people on the panel tonight. I got the right people on the panel tonight to make the right connection with Brother Ben X tonight, and that was God sent. Had to be.
Oh yeah, I wanna get him on my show, man. I've been trying to get Brother Ben X on for a while, man. We just got our channels crossed, I believe, but I think I can get at the brother and have him on.
No.
Absolutely.
No, don't worry, brother Prophet. I'm gonna set it up. I got his contact information. We gonna set it up. I'm gonna send him your information. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's appreciated, man. That's a big get right there.
It's gonna happen, brother. No,
that's a big get right there.
It is happening. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can reach out to him and see if we can make it happen this week, not next week. This week.
This week. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
even better.
Maybe even tomorrow, if he's listening, I'm gonna contact him and I'm gonna send your email over and all that stuff.
Give him all my info. You got it. Give it all to him, man. And he can hit me up. We can set it up. Give it all to him.
Yeah, it isn't a matter of it. It's got to be set up. That's the word. It's got to be. That's
absolutely.
The so everybody in the chat room, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end it. I want to say peace to Brother Art for being on. Peace to my main brother Lions Den for being on. Peace to Brother Malcolm Fletch. Peace to Brother Prophet of Thought. Lions Den, if you got any last words you want to say, brother? I didn't mean to skip over you, brother. You got any last words?
Yeah, my final thoughts to the panel, our guys. You guys are awesome. Brother Ben X, he's gonna be. He's awesome interviewer. I'm glad I'm interviewing him. this show is really amazing, and I hope I hear from you guys soon. And please, info, bring Brother Ben X back because he is amazing.
Oh, you know I'm going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to definitely do that. Everybody out there, thank you. And I'm going to end the show with our music. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Peace.
Peace, brothers.
One love, everybody.
Wait a minute, info. Wait a minute, info. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, info. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. It's the info man and the Lions Den. It's the info man and the Lions Den.
It's best of the love, family.
It's the info man and the Lions Den. It's the info man and the Lions Den. It's the info man. Yup, it's the Lions Den. Yup, you can fuck with us. No, so stop trying. It's the info man. Yup, it's the Lions Den. Yup, you can fuck with us. No, so stop trying. Still anyway, so they try to infiltrate with hate, knocking my mill up off my plate.
It's best of the love, family.
Don't hesitate. When it's time to do it, we still do. They bullshit like power steering fluid. Wait a minute, Lions Den. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Lions Den. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's the info man and the Lions Den. 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 Raise your ass up, I told number. This ain't no dream. You can't fuck with Diane. All info team. Raise your ass up, I told number. This ain't no dream. You can't fuck with Diane. All info team. Raise your ass up, I told number. This ain't no dream. You can't fuck with Diane. All info team. Raise your ass up, I told number. This ain't no dream. You can't fuck with Diane. All info team.
It's best of the love, family.
It's the info man and the Lions Den. It's the info man and the Lions Den. It's the
Peace, everybody.
and the Lions Den. It's the info man.
Thank you for the support.
You're listening.
Nothing to be. Say very candidly to my enemies, it is written in the Holy Quran, they plan, and Allah plans, and Allah indeed is the best of planners. Information is question the nature of your reality. You must take this Tell us what you think of your world. What do you think of the guests? Do you know where you are? Change the way you think about your world. Do you know where you are?
I want to thank everybody out there for their support tonight. It was a great program. Ben X is the best. The brothers that came on the panel were the best. Everybody in the chat room is the best. I thank you, especially some of y'all that have been with me since the very beginning. I love you. Brother Philly Tech, I'm sorry you missed the show from the beginning, but you can watch the repeat. And I repeat to everybody in the chat room, please, please share this video within your social media. so that the word gets spread out about the brother being on the show. And that's the way it needs to be. I thank you all. And you know that I got one last word that I always end my shows with, because it's something that I think we as a people need to wake up, shape up, and we got to stop. You know what? You know what I'm about to say. Here we go. For the cornbread. Thank you, everybody. Good night.